Welcome back again. It's your girl Atafa the Press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right. That's all right, dear my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
The government has used its superior numbers in Parliament to pass a proposed law that will see the office of the public ombudsman subsumed into the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. Despite strong objections by the opposition called for a divide on the political ombudsman. They call them the OPD, or whatever they want to call them. Some of my viewers and subscribers, the thing is what I not understand with. The other day I show a clip with Mark Golden. He was explaining and he was saying to Delroy Chuck that Jamaica is going down the wrong path. Why they want the electoral to take over that the role there? Why they want the electoral to take over that the role there? It's just because they want teeth up the election, my viewers and subscribers. I was talking about it the other day. Mark Golden come out strong and say he disagree with it. It is not good for Jamaica. He's not happy about it because they only come that day and table it out that same day and want him to agree to it. And he said, no, it is dangerous. Yeah? So the government know. The government, me tell you about Andrew Holness now. Andrew Holness not care about nobody. Me telling you say, Mark Golden is only an opposition leader. There's not even much he can do because he come out and he said, agree with it. It is too dangerous to Jamaica and stuff like that. And they ignore it. And still the government uses majority to approve ECJ taking over political ombudsman role. You understand? When them do that now, it's easier for Andrew Holness so they can rub up the election. Why them a kill up themselves? Why them a kill up and stress out themselves to do this now? Because election near. Why they know? Remember say, Mark Golden say, this of a thought, this thing where them come up with, it of a thought through. You understand? Thoroughly. That's what he said. You can't just get up and just table out something in a parliament one day and expect the man to agree with it. No, it is not like that. So the man lick out against it and they still not give a shit. This is what me I try to tell you. They not have no respect. And Holness is just a dictator. He not care about him going like so Jamaica belongs to him. And then he send out them an idiot here for come and chat off their mouth. All the one Delroy Chuck boy, my justice minister. Hey, I'll him for step down, I'll him for remove, What kind of justice minister is this? I true they want thief up the election. They come like on and say what go on, my viewers and subscribers. May I go replay the clip? And una go see when Mark Golden was telling them that he disagree with it and it is not good, not in this time, because the whole me see it, them want the EOG or what they want to call them, the electoral people them to take on the role. Yeah, of the POM or OPM or what they want to call them, yeah, of the ombudsman, yeah, they want them to take it on because guess what they want to know? It look like now when they take on that role, they go work in for them favor so they can have them under control because why the rush? Why the rush? You understand? The election is there, so why una kill up on yourself and a rush? Because them are wicked. Them are wicked, my viewers and subscribers. All the one Delroy Chuck want to see him face. Hey, taking Mark Golden. This is just a reminder so I have a more understanding. And then me I go show all right. You see, after Mark Golden said this happened about a week ago. A table out in a House of Parliament. Mark Golden disagree with it. He said it is dangerous. You understand? To the political system. He said it. All right. And then they still come back. Yeah, and do as them like, do as they please. They don't care what Mark Golden say. You understand? So I'm not taking this and have more understanding of what happened. Hear this.
Completely inconsistent with the detached, independent and objective aura that they have enjoyed for so long, where they have the nominated representatives and the selected representatives. The two political parties have, I think, 2 representatives on the commission each, and then there are the independent persons or persons of repute, and indeed the way they are appointed by the Governor-General, there is a consultation process between the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, so that we typically would enjoy, whoever's there as an independent body are those the nominated representatives. The nominated representatives typically enjoy the trust and confidence of both political parties because of the way in which that convention has worked. So I think this is going down a dangerous and wrong path. I do not think that the ECJ commissioners should take on this function of being an adjudicatory body on political disputes in the heat of election campaigns. That is completely inconsistent with the way in which they have operated in the past. And I don't think we should be going down this route. That's my own view. Secondly, what I've heard the minister say is that they are to function as a political ombudsman as an indivisible body. Now, I believe there are 9 ECJ commissioners. 9. This is like the US Supreme Court, which has 9 justices on it when it sits. Does that mean that when a dispute has to be adjudicated, all 9 have to be present? There are no regulations governing the procedure for the adjudication of these matters. This piece of legislation doesn't have anything in it about the adjudication procedure that they will be obliged to follow to comply with the rules of natural justice, but also to allow them to operate with some efficiency, given that there are 9 of them. If one is absent, does that mean a hearing can't be held? Or 2? There are no procedures to govern how they operate, and it should not come here without those procedures being part of it, because those procedures will themselves be contentious, or could be, and ought to be something that there is bipartisan support for. This bill here says nothing about how this indivisible body of 9 commissioners will operate in practice and in law when a matter comes before them where 2 or more persons in the political fray have had a dispute of one sort or another in the heat of the electoral process. So I don't think this is ready. I don't think it's a good idea, and I cannot support it. The process is wrong. We were not involved in the development of this bill. We never had a chance to look at it. We do not know if it has errors or not. And in principle, I think it's going down a dangerous route. And I acknowledge, Minister, that in the past we may have supported this idea. But with the passage of time and the discussions that we've had, especially recently internally, at our executive and so on, we have a grave concerns that this is not the right approach to be taking. And I don't like the idea of us having a difference of view in this forum on a matter like this, because that's not how we've operated in relation to the ECJ in the past. So it really pains me to having to be saying these things. But I have no alternative, because I hold these views strongly, and I think I'm right in principle, and I have to articulate my position on it. So, Mr. Speaker, I cannot support this legislation, either because from the point of view of the process by which it got here, which is deeply flawed, and because substantively I think it's a wrong approach. It's a dangerous approach, and it will not inure to the benefit of Jamaica's electoral system. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
My viewers and subscribers want to hear what Mark Golding says. So this one we just shown is just a recap of what take place last week. He said him not agree. Delroy Chuck and Holness and Delroy Chuck for come back. You understand? For come get approved from the House of Parliament for Keswa. Remember, you know, I'm more Labour right than PNP in a House of Parliament, you know. And once they get the majority vote, you know, my viewers and subscribers, that is it. It shouldn't be like that, because Mark Golding explained, say, them need to carefully look into this. He said it. You understand me? But they don't care about nobody, because all them interested in Mark Golding, you can see, he just want to do things the right way. You understand? And he want to be fair. You can see, that's all he want. But Andrew Holness, them are thief and them are scammer. And that's when somebody has thief and a scammer, no matter what you say, they don't care because they just have this thiefness and scammerness in them. Remember, I say a chopper, you know. You understand? So Andrew only so caring just want win the election. My viewers and subscribers, they want the ECJ take on the role. You understand? Of the ombudsman, yeah? And that them want. So guess what now? When they do that now, them when they take it on now, it will work in a for them favor. You understand? So they can have them under control. It come like you don't say what go on. And that happen. You get me? Because what is the rush? Why them a do this year? Why them a do this year? Yeah? Or like a rush it now. The election. Why they not wait till after election? But they just a kill up themselves because they just yes, the students say Mark Golden are leading at the poll. It has stressed the whole of them. You know see how Delroy Chuck face. Eh? You know see Delroy Chuck face or he just drop down. So you see him a look. Because the whole of them stress out. So they want know the ECG if you take on the role of the ombudsman and that them want, and when they take it on now, then the Andrew owners have it under control and they can thief up ballot and they can do as them please. Because look, if an opposition leader stand up and said he doesn't agree, you understand, they need time, let them look into it. I see they don't care, then bypass him. Then bypass him, you know. Come back in a House of Parliament, what day before yesterday or whenever they come back in a House of Parliament. Yeah, they don't care what Mark Golding say. And them still come approve and do what they want to do. For sure, no. For sure, no, so they don't care about nothing. You understand? A different thing them depend. But what can we expect? If somebody a chopper and a scammer and thief up taxpayer money, what else we can expect? Them are going to do the worst. But this is unacceptable behavior. It is a very unacceptable behavior. I'm disappointed in the whole of them. You understand? I'm so disappointed. My viewers and subscribers, hear what Mark Golden had to say in the House of Parliament right now. Can they make the decision, approve it? So the ECJ take over the role now. So nobody don't know what even going to happen right now when election time. You understand? Nobody they can do what they like and make Andrew Holness win. Me not trust the ECJ people them. None at all. Me not trust them. You get me?
Divide
So
on
let me hear
the
this.
motion to send it to committee on second reading, and the debate was suspended. Today, because the minister has already spoken in the debate, he has elected to make a statement so he can reopen the issues which he already spoke to when he closed the debate last week. I think it's an abuse of the procedure of the House. Hear, hear. Secondly, in his own statement, he makes much of the decision of a committee or a commission of Parliament, which is established under Section 8.4 of the Principal Act. That commission, which is comprised of the leader of government business, opposition business, of the House, of the Senate, and so on, is established to make recommendations relating to the emoluments of the political ombudsman, the emoluments of the political ombudsman. And there had been concerns for some time that having the office of the political ombudsman as a permanent expense, especially during periods when there is very little political activity on the ground, was not a good system. And the decision was that, of that committee, as I understand it, or that commission, was that the ECJ should be utilized to provide administrative support to an officer who could play the role of the political ombudsman. That was what the understanding at that time was. When this bill came here last week, which we never saw before it was tabled, on which there was no consultation with us whatsoever, what was being proposed in that bill, or is being proposed in that bill, is that the commissioners, the 9 commissioners, should become the political ombudsman. In other words, involving the commissioners in the adjudication process of disputes which arise during a campaign in particular, such as what has happened recently, where in St. Thomas, if you make it part of
No, just a point about a leader of opposition. The commission of parliament, which is not binding in any way, but is a commission constituted, as you mentioned, was very clear in its recommendation. And it wasn't as you have put it. The letter to which members of the commission responded was a letter from the Speaker being sent on behalf of the commission to your office and to the office of the Prime Minister. And the office of the Prime Minister. And the letter said, if I may read it. Oh, I wasn't here. He read it earlier? Okay. Right. So no, the point being made by it is that what has emerged with a bill that was tabled here last week, the point being made is that did not emerge as a frolic of the minister. That came from a recommendation of a commission that consists of members of the opposition and members of the government. And the letters clearly expressed the opinion to both leaders of both political parties, that the Electoral Commission assumes the role previously held by the leader by the political ombudsman.
Mr. I don't know what that point of order was. It's not clear to me. My understanding, at the time, I was aware that the Commission of Parliament was deliberating on this issue as to how to save costs. And what was being proposed was that the ECJ and the Electoral Office would assume administrative support for the function of the political ombudsman, which might be housed in that office. Never was it discussed that the commissioners would become the political ombudsman, and to suggest otherwise is simply untrue. That was not on the table at the time. The first time we heard about that proposal was when this bill was tabled by the Minister of Justice in this House. And we fundamentally disagree with it. We expressed our reasons cogently last week. We were joined by one member on the other side who spoke very resolutely and convincingly on the matter as well. And when the debate was suspended, we anticipated some discussions as to how to move forward in a collaborative way. There have been no such discussions. All that has happened is that they've come back now to ram this bill through today, despite the concerns of us and the wider society on the matter. It is disgraceful. It is just, and this letter, this is not even a signed letter. This letter is an unsigned letter that was emailed as a draft among the committee members. One member of the committee from our side expressed his agreement with the idea of the ECJ absorbing those costs because it's a more administratively efficient way of doing it. Never that the ECJ commissioners should become the persons who adjudicate on these very partisan matters.
My viewers and subscribers, tell me if I know something they have up them sleeve. You see, they don't care about Mark Golding's decision. No matter what Mark Golding say, they do as them like. Just like how they come in at the House of Parliament and table out the same day. Delroy Chuck, you know, we are House leader. I try challenge Mark Golding. Coming at the House a table out. When they for table out, they not table out. Look from when they for table out the 16th. No Juliet Holness can table out the 16th. Tell me if that makes sense. And this is something here, then there's a stress out themselves before, because they know it's the election at the 26th. Why they must stress on this, so? Because people are not fool. You understand me? But don't tell me what you think. Put your honest opinion in the comment section. Like up the video, share it out, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome and big up on the nice clean self. I'm out.